Guys, quick warning about some of the topics in this video. Although we're in the first 15 seconds, so I can't exactly use the words I want to use to warn you. You know, YouTube's watching, so I gotta beat the censor. This phenomenological stimulus may contain diagrammatic representations characterized by elevated degrees of paraconsciously eroticized anthropomorphism as applied to pelagic vertebrates. Dumb bot, you'll never catch me. Alrighty, let's get this train moving. You guys have respectfully asked me to talk about the Lord Ravagers, so here I am, although I won't lie, because I never lie. I was watching the trailer, revealing them all, and I came to the startling realization I can barely understand the English language, so I turned on the closed captions just to find the words quite literally tell you everything you need to know, so I'm not exactly sure why I'm here. Would y'all want a face cam reaction? And those never end well. Y'all want me to just, get hype and make some jokes? Sorry, that's not my nature anymore. This, for the time being, is a horror channel, and somewhere lost in this video is, that's right, a jump scare. The jump scares will continue until morale improves. With that said, some of us, however, are illiterate. So for those that can't read, I'll speak the lore of the Lord Ravagers that's just been revealed to us. Although before I do that, can I just say, because it matters very greatly what I, the greatest and humblest human alive, think, this is the direction I want the game to move in. Look at these character designs. Zephyrio, Luxbane, the Indian. This is phenomenal. My biggest gripe with Star Rail and just Hoyo in general over the last couple of years is their refusal to take risks. The leader in the gacha genre can't release anything that players don't want to fuck. Everything's got to be absurdly stringent. Well, here I am. My name is Dawit, and I want to have sexual relations with the gas giant Jupiter. Just look at Pokemon. You see how much Pokemon creative drawing exercises on a certain green website there are? Evidently, some of us want to... I swear to God, I don't watch Pokemon, bro, so I don't know what these dudes are on, but evidently some of them want to... I've ruined the joke. I was gonna peek at the balls of Pikachu. Oh, man. Take this thing, for instance. This thing, I believe, is called a Magakarp. This is a fish. 250 people want to fuck a fish. I'm kind of curious to see what the drawings for this look like, however. Let me have a gander.
A few moments later.
Is a fish just all throat all the way through, or are creative liberties being taken by the artists? I don't really think the science backs that a fish can do the vast majority of the acts I'm watching this fish do, but who knows? Maybe it's that nigga's superpower in the show. Fucking anything that enters his body disappears, because this boy is gobbling. But, at the end of the day, it all looks consensual, so, happy days. Or maybe not, I don't know. The fish is just sort of making this face the entire time. Still, the point stands that this problem, I feel, has been exemplified in Star Rail's Explore the Universe premise, because it doesn't really feel like we're traveling the universe. Does every place we've been to so far feel like a vastly different world? Belobog is just Russia. Amphoria is Greece. You're telling me with quite literally no end to the possibilities one can come up with. We're talking, this is a universe of possibilities. Y'all niggas clapped your hands, sat in a circle, and for a new world said, shipping container China. Really? That's the best we could come up with? The worst part is all these worlds just have, majority humans. That's it. That's all we've seen. I've yet to see something that reminds me we're in a different world from our own, or even the one we were just in. They're all the same. The Eons are the only exception. Look at how different and varied they are. These are the kind of life forms I expect to see in a grand and diverse universe, and yeah, it's kind of mute because, the Eons can pick what form they want to be. But, at least here, my nigga Nanook taking the form of a human can be symbolic in that, humans have a penchant for destruction. Look at that symbolism. He's a poet. But the Eons were revealed, long before the game came out, and, so they sort of just gave us hope and took it away. But now, the candle of hope has been relit with the Lord Ravagers. I mean, look at them, some of them. If you just make one of them playable, just please. If you just make one play, I'm not asking for the whole, just one play. And you can make all the hot females playable, just one, please. I just need one. Zephyrio, the Indians. I am not strong enough, man. I'm not. I give you all the best sloppy. Meet the 7 Lord Ravagers, quite possibly the most powerful group in all the universe. We've learned a lot about them recently. The most interesting bit of information being that each Ravager is after a certain path they intend to destroy. Asat's Pramod, the chess master, the one destined to bring about the destruction of Elation, he is very rarely seen, instead choosing to operate from afar like, well, a chess master. It's said after he wipes out a planet, he carves a smile onto its surface. The Lord Ravager Zephryo is the most feared of the bunch, quite possibly the most powerful emanator in all the universe. He seeks to bring out the destruction of nihility, nothing itself. Some wonder if Zephryo is himself, like Acheron, a self-annihilator. And speaking of Acheron, she seems to be aware of Zephryo questioning someone who just had their world destroyed by the Lord Ravager. Although it's interesting, given both Acheron and Zephryo want to kill IX. Zephryo is obsessed with the moments of annihilation. This is the same individual who is a one-man army, single-handedly destroying countless worlds, like we see him do in the animation. Selenova is the one destined to bring about the ruin of the Harmony, once a resident of a harmonious world herself. After Nanook personally raised it, he elevated her for reasons not yet known. In any case, an important thing about her, she's the commander of the Anti-Legion, and if you did miss it, this scene with Fei Xiao and Yao Che mentions that her forces are retreating, which could mean that something big is coming, given they speculate she could be carrying out an important order. It's said she may be the only person to know the truths behind the Stellarons, or even be the one planting them. The Sun Devourer Luxbane. No one's quite sure what path they're after, with the only two having been named the Veracity and Permanence. Their form is the most unique and is said to be bigger than the stars themselves. They are personally responsible for many extinction events. There are some who say Luxbane could be descended from the Leviathans themselves, but given Nanook is so young, this claim is doubtful. The Leviathans, for those unaware, are the same species Ouroboros is a part of. They're older than the Eons themselves, and for the most part have gone extinct. The Archforger. Their name has long been a mystery, having only been recently revealed thanks to two Genius Society members watching Amphorius, this no doubt being Herta and Scrulum. The Archforger doesn't really destroy. They are the architects of the Antimatter Legion, the builder. They create weapons of extinction. The path they're destined to bring down naturally would then be the preservation. Phantilia. Phantilia? We know enough about this big titty bitch. She's after the hunt. It is what it is. She got the nice feet, though. Good for her. And finally, the most relevant Lord Ravager to Amphorius, Iron Tomb, the one probably somewhere chained on the planets destined to go after the erudition. They only go after highly advanced nations, which makes sense for Amphorius, given the worlds, despite looking old, is ran by an Emperor's scepter. The way they destroy worlds is by turning tech into viruses. The trailer's end has some interesting words.
When Iron Tomb finally breaks its shell, the erudition's calculations will meet the end.
But who could say that Akavili on a new journey won't bring another salvation?
Trailblazing always ends up igniting something, no? Then, they'll achieve an even more majestic ruin.
It sounds as if Iron Tomb is about to break free, and as a result, Noose could die. Yet the other Ravagers wonder if the Trailblaze could bring about salvation. So you heard it here first. Iron Tomb's about to get fucked by the Trailblaze as soon as he wakes up. Now the question naturally is, where does Phainon fit into all of this? So yeah, that's your assignment for tonight, and we'll share our answers probably never. Doubt I make another video before the patch goes live, but who knows?